The last example of a program that I want to show you is a program called IronKey, which is a freeware version of another program called SilverKey, put out by a company called Crypto. Now, IronKey basically will encrypt files the same as Windows EFS and TrueCrypt does, but it's a little bit different because it can encrypt single files, and it does not use a file system such as like Windows EFS does, or it doesn't use an encrypted volume like TrueCrypt does. It does encrypt a file and require a password to decrypt it, but this program makes a file that's encrypted that's suitable for sending over a network, such as over the internet, over email, or even putting on a floppy drive or a USB key and sending that to someone. It makes a self-decrypting file so that all the end user, when they receive it, they have to do is double click on it, it executes, it prompts them for a password, and then it decrypts the file. So it's actually very simple to use and very portable. Let's do a quick demonstration of IronKey so you can see how this works. And again, this is just one example of some of the many programs out there that you can use for file encryption. Alright, we're in our Windows XP box, and I have here the top secret cookie recipe, my grandmother's top secret cookie recipe. Let's open it up, and it says this is Grandma's secret chocolate chip cookie recipe. Let's close that. And one of the things we want to do, and this is a issue with IronKey and antivirus solutions actually, let's go ahead and change the file name here. We're just going to get rid of this text here. It doesn't change the fact that it's a text file. It just gets rid of the file extension for us. And the reason we want to do this is because some antiviruses will pick up when a file has two different extensions, and that's what IronKey is going to do to it. It's going to add another extension to it after it encrypts it. Now, how do we encrypt this top secret cookie recipe? Well, we have IronKey installed. Let's double click on IronKey and see what it does for us. Basically, it tells us that we can drag the folder or file rather to the IronKey icon over here, or we can just right click on the file and say make encrypted exe. So let's see if that works. Let's right click on the file, encrypt to exe, and it's going to ask us for a password. And while you should always use complex passwords, I'm just going to use something simple here just for demonstration purposes, but definitely use a complex password, one that's not easily guessable. Okay, now we have a top secret cookie recipe.exe. That's our encrypted file. Now we can send that in an email or put it on a disk, and we can send it to whoever we want. Now how will they decrypt it? Well, they're going to double click on it. They're going to enter the password. They're going to say OK. And then it's going to ask us where we want to put it. Well, let's put it in our personal folder over here. And it tells us that it has decrypted it. Let's go look in our personal folder and see what we get. Notice since it was already encrypted with EFS, it also encrypted it. That's okay. Now we know that we have to rename it back to a text file. Now let's open it. And voila, we have the same file that was sent from us to another person, and it was encrypted using IronKey, and all they did was put in the password and decrypt it. So it actually works very, very well. Now this is a very good example again of a standalone encryption program that doesn't require a file system connection like Windows EFS does or a TrueCrypt volume. It doesn't require that kind of technology. Again, a good example of a good file encryption program.